This is your weekly report on corruption in the Philippine government. Another policeman was collared early Saturday, February 11th, along with his 2 associates in a drug-by-bust operation in Calamba City, Laguna. Police arrested at 12:37 AM Staff Sergeant Benaverdura, Chief Warrant Officer at Liliwa Town Police Station, Kevin John Ballas, and Alejandro Main, after they sold shabu worth 1,000 pesos to a poser buyer in Barangay 1. Authorities confiscated from the suspects 3 plastic sachets of shabu with an estimated dangerous drugs board value of 40,800 pesos. Also seized were Verdura's police identification card and loaded service firearm. The police classified Verdura as a high-value individual in the government's anti-illegal drug campaign, while Ballas and Main were identified drug pushers in the city. The suspects were detained and are facing a complaint for violating the Comprehensive Dangerous Drugs Act of 2002. A village official was killed while 2 others, including his wife, were injured in an attack in an upland village here, the police reported on Saturday. Col Alexander Lorenzo, Zamboanga City Police Office Director, identified the fatality as Barangay Tolosa Councilor Mark Ryan Rodriguez, 29, Tolosa's wife, Annie, 32, and their driver, Jomel Mendoza, were hurt. Lorenzo said the incident took place around 9:30 p.m. Friday in the village located 23 kilometers east of the city hall. Police investigation showed Rodriguez and his family were having dinner outside their house when 2 unidentified gunmen on separate motorcycles repeatedly shot the victims and sped off. Rodriguez was pronounced dead at around 10:07 p.m. A soldier ran amok and shot 4 of his fellow soldiers dead inside the 4th Infantry Division headquarters in Barangay Patag here early Saturday. Police identified the fatalities as Private Joseph Tamayo, Patrolman First Class Prince Kevin Balaba, Sergeant Rogelio Rojo, Corporal Bernardo Rodrigo, as well as the suspected shooter, Private Joma Villalobito. Another soldier identified as Staff Sergeant Braulio Macalas Jr. was also wounded in the shooting but is now out of danger. Initial reports said Villalobito shot the victims without any apparent and justifiable reason using an M16. The incident happened at around 1:10 am when the victims were asleep inside their barracks at the Service Support Battalion unit. A certain Private Mark Antonio Guind and Private First Class Joseph Estrada engaged the suspect and shot him dead, said Major Francisco Guerrero Jr., 4ID spokesperson. Guerrero said the suspect initially attacked his roommate and went to 5 other rooms and started shooting. The 4ID is still currently gathering other information from the witnesses to establish the motive of the shooting. A member of the Sangguniang Bayan Municipal Council in Santo Domingo Town was found dead early Sunday, February 12th, inside her vehicle in Barangay Maturanok in this town, police said. The police identified the victim as Councilor Angelica Lexis Ange Paulino, 33, a resident of Santo Domingo's Barangay Santo Rosario. Paulino was Santo Domingo's #1 councilor and chaired the committees on Ways and Means and the Market. Initial investigations showed that the victim suffered multiple bullet wounds. She was heading to a high school reunion at the time of her death. Paulino was a language and literature graduate of the University of the Philippines Baguio. Policemen were running after the culprit, who was reportedly close to the victim, sources said. A municipal election officer in Maguindanao del Sur died in an ambush Monday in Lambayong Town, Sultan Kudarat Province, police said. Captain Jetro Dolagas, Lambayong Municipal Police Chief, said Harvey Macabanjan Maindan, municipal election officer of Sultan Sabarongas in Maguindanao del Sur Province, was driving his vehicle when ambushed in Barangay Pingjuyaman, Lambayong, by motorcycle riding gunmen at around 2 p.m. He was going home on board his silver grey Toyota Fortuner going to Lambayong from his office in Sultan Sabarongas when fired upon, Dolagas said in a radio interview, adding that the victim died on the spot. He said the victim's vehicle then swerved towards a swampy section of the roadside just beside an irrigation canal following the ambush. Sultan Sabarongas Mayor Alandito Angus said he was saddened by the death of the election official, whom he described as a dedicated servant. Dolagas said the investigation is still ongoing. A policeman in La Union province was arrested after he was tagged in the killing of a councilor of Santo Domingo Town in this province, authorities said Tuesday, February 14th. Patrolman Saddam Pascual, 32, was arrested around 1 am on Monday in Barangay Sixacan, Talavera Town, also in Nueva Ecija, according to Lieutenant Colonel Ronald Macabatas, Gimba Police Chief. Pascual was arrested during a hot pursuit operation following the killing of Councilor Angelica Alexis Paulino, 33, a resident of Barangay Santo Rosario in Santo Domingo. While there was no security camera on the crime scene, Macabatas said footage from other security cameras near the place and up to Rosales town in Pangasinan province corroborated the testimonies of eyewitnesses that the suspect was spotted in the vicinity of the victim's residence prior to the incident. Paulino was shot dead while driving her grey sedan on Sunday, investigators said. Her bullet-riddled body was found inside the car that was recovered in Barangay Machurilocare. According to the authorities, the suspect was on board a red hatchback car at the time of the killing. There are witnesses prior to the shooting. The suspect inside a car was seen in the vicinity of the victim's house. Macabatas told the Inquirer, "We saw the incident in the CCTV. We saw the suspect's car," he added. An investigation revealed that Pascual and Paulino had been in a relationship for more than 5 years. At one point, the suspect allegedly turned jealous, which led to the couple's split, an initial investigation showed. Macabatas said they recovered the murder weapon, a 9mm service pistol. Apart from the criminal case filed by the local police here, the La Union Provincial Police Office will also file administrative cases against Pascual, Macabatas said. 3 Philippine police officers wanted for the alleged murder of a Spanish businessman in 2020 have turned themselves into the authorities, the Justice Ministry said Wednesday. Diego Lafuente was shot dead during a police drug operation in General Luna municipality on the southern island of Siargao, a popular surfing and holiday destination. He was among the many thousands of people killed during the drug war launched by former President Rodrigo Duterte and continued by his successor Ferdinand Marcos. Arrest warrants had been issued for the 3 officers, but they were nowhere to be found, the Justice Ministry said in a statement issued Wednesday. The officers handed themselves into authorities on February 9. State prosecutors had filed charges of murder and planting of evidence against them last March after a review of the case cast doubt on their version of events. The officers claimed they shot Lafuente in self-defense after he fired a gun at them during a buy-bust operation. They were initially given a 60-day suspension from duty over the killing, according to the Justice Department's review panel. That's all for this week. I'll see you next week with more stories of corruption and foolishness within the Philippine government.